comes to your mind when you hear the word vampire? People in human form who drink human blood, who are afraid of sunlight and sleep in coffins. Since childhood, we've seen this in movies. But is it true? One day, some teenagers living in California went to the police station to report their friend Emily missing. They claimed she was supposed to go out with them the day before, but never showed up, and her phone had been switched off since then. No one knew where she had suddenly disappeared. While the police were still filing the report, they received a strange call. On the line, they heard Singh repeatedly. They got no response. So they traced the number and set out to investigate. Following the signal, they traveled several kilometers away from California, but the exact location was still unclear. Then, officers Jason and Tyler, sitting in the police van, noticed someone lying on the road. This person. It was Emily. Her friends had given the police a photo of her, which helped the officers recognize her immediately. Emily's body was pale, and blood was oozing from her left arm. She was rushed to the hospital. After examining her, doctors told the police that Emily had been drained of blood continuously for 2 days, which is why she was so weak. At first, this seemed like a kidnapping and assault case, but then the doctors revealed something shocking. 3 of her teeth were missing. She had burn marks on her hands, and strange symbols in an unknown language were carved into her back. Seeing all this, Jason and Tyler became convinced that Emily had been kidnapped by a highly dangerous group. Jason handed Tyler samples from Emily's clothes and told him to extract as much information as possible. Meanwhile, Jason set out that night to investigate further. After about an hour of driving, he reached the forest where they had found Emily. He followed the path further, but eventually ended up right where he had started. He was confused about what was happening. Just then, he saw strange-looking people covered in blood approaching his car. Their faces looked terrifying, and they were slowly moving toward Jay. Terrified, Jason grabbed his gun from the back seat, but was shocked to see that there was no one there anymore. Before he could escape, an overwhelming sleep took over him, as if someone had cast a spell. When Jason woke up, he found himself tied to a table. A pipe was connected to his arm, and blood was being drained into a bottle. A boy and a girl sat in front of him. They looked like ordinary people, chatting and eating, but besides them was a bottle filled with blood, which they took turns drinking from. Looking around the room, he saw tools used for black magic and piles of teeth used to please dark powers. It all made sense to him now. Emily must have been captured by the same people by nightfall. Jason had no strength left in his body. Still gathering some courage, he managed to free his hands and escaped from the house. Outside, he found a phone booth and called the police station. Luckily, Tyler picked up the call. Jason was trying to tell him everything, but Tyler could only hear crying and screaming on the line. He couldn't hear Jason's voice at all. Tyler traced the call and followed the same path. A short distance ahead, he found Jason lying unconscious in the same spot where they had found Emily. He immediately took Jason to the hospital, but Jason died shortly after. Emily too didn't survive long. She died due to severe blood loss. After this, Tyler began investigating that place day and night. Sometime later, he found a small house deep in the forest, with a broken phone booth outside. No one was inside, but upon investigation, Tyler and his team discovered that all of this was the work of a secret vampire group that drank human blood in the process. Since then, no similar cases have been reported in California. But stories of vampires still circulate all over the world. This story is based on a true event. Do you believe in vampires? Let us know in the comments, and imagine, what if you wake up one morning to find you've turned into a vampire? I just watched the movie Fama, and it was totally worth it. In the movie, Ayushman plays a journalist who falls in love with Rashmika, who turns out to be a vampire. According to the film, vampires were created to protect the world. But they've been hiding in forests, living secretly among humans. Why? You'll have to watch the movie to find out. And if you liked this video, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Haunted Nightmares.